Queen is still alive. This guy is dead, though. Oh, shit. The Queen came out. Queen Elizabeth II makes her first appearance at Platinum Jubilee with her cousin, Prince Edward, Duke of Kent. Wait, what? What the fuck? Isn't that... Wait, is this guy alive, too? Bro, there's no way this guy's alive, dude. Bro, what happened to homie's ear, dude? Is there a child that I could fondle, please? Bro, what happens when you live for too long is your ears get really big. Your ears and your nose don't stop growing. This motherfucker is definitely, he's been alive for far too long, okay? Look at those ears, man. Oh my God, dude. Just fucking, what's wrong with you? Like, have the decency to die already, you know? What the fuck? Like, low-key, I think medical technology is too far. You know what I mean? Like, medical technology has gone way too far, bro. You got homies that should not be alive right now walking around, okay? Morb the fuck out. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? What are you doing? It's not even fun. At that point, you know what I mean? Like, can you even comprehend what's going on? Are you having fun right now? How the fuck? Jesus Christ, dude. Queen's still looking good, though. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Thanks for showing this. I'm against Medicare for all now. Yeah, dude, actually, like, fuck the NHS, bro. I've always been a big fan of socialized medicine, but not so much anymore, you know? Except these guys would get the healthcare regardless. They're fucking literal monarchs, so... You have your boss being a real sociopath? And fucking what else is new, dog? Look at that in a second. All right, come on. Let's talk about Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Come on.
Johnny Depp's defamation suit against Amber Heard, that's in, but the case continues to play out in the court of public opinion. A 7-person jury awarded the actor $15 million in damages after finding Heard defamed him with an op-ed on domestic violence. Christina Ruffini is outside the courtroom in Fairfax, Virginia for us. Christina, everyone's got to have an opinion about this one today. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Yes, Depp was the overall winner, but it was a surprise split verdict, with Heard being awarded $2 million in her countersuit against Johnny Depp. Now, her team also plans to appeal, but we're told that's unlikely to be granted at this point.
Amber Heard and her lawyers sat quietly as they listened to the jury's verdict.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
Heard will now have to pay $10 million in compensatory damages and $350,000 in punitive damages after the original $5 million amount was capped and reduced due to state law. After the verdict, the largely pro-Depp crowd cheered his legal team.
The claims against Johnny Depp are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence.
I think the jury followed the evidence in this case.
Seth Berensweig is a business and trial attorney in Northern Virginia.
What was the hardest part of this case, do you think, for Depp's team?
Without question, you have to demonstrate that this was done with a malicious intent. Very difficult to do in a case. Johnny Depp's lawyers slammed that out of the park.
Bro. I don't think people understand. I've been talking about this for fucking months now. Specifically this point of view. That, like, American First Amendment protections are so fucking insane. That, like, yeah, sure, it's an unsequestered jury. They get outside information. Blah, 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 whatever. But even in that circumstance, American First Amendment protections are so fucking insane that, like, high-profile defamation suits rarely ever go this way. Okay? Like, that's not a thing. Especially when a similar libel suit against fucking a newspaper publication was lost in a country like the UK where defamation suits are super common and actually favor the plaintiff rather than the defendant. Like, it is insanity that this happened. Like, I thought, and I think Johnny Depp also mentions this in his letter in the aftermath of the decision, that he was just simply trying to showcase his side, right? Against what the coverage has looked like of him being a wife beater, an abuser, yada yada, that the truth was different than the way Amber Heard had presented it. And I believe that the truth was different than the way that Amber Heard had presented it, as I've mentioned this time and time again, regardless of how fucking psychotic some of the Johnny Depp stands have been, and regardless of how much people care about this and have like lost their shit over it. Okay? And regardless of that, I always assumed, as Johnny Depp also personally mentions, that like he was just simply trying to showcase his side, not necessarily trying to win, because like Amber Heard doesn't have fucking $50 million anyway. Amber Heard doesn't have $50 million regardless, right? If that's what you're suing them for. The goal is not to win an award. The goal is not even to win the defamation case. The goal is to actually simply show your side to the public. And I said time and time again throughout the trial that Johnny Depp had won that main primary desire. Now, I see a lot of people saying, like, this is ruining Me Too. On the left, a lot of people on the fucking right are saying, like, Me Too's over, because they're fucking freaks. But then I see a lot of people on the left also saying it. They're like, oh, well, this actually is, like, hurting domestic abusers and stopping them from coming out. And to them, I have to say, like, in this circumstance, yes, Johnny Depp was a powerful figure, right? Who did actually lose out on a lot of work in the future, whatever, even though he's like also toxic, even though he also was physically abusive, at least in one of those 14 incidents, like straight up. He was a victim of domestic violence. So why are you fucking acting like that's not the case? And that is frustrating, because a lot of people that are looking into this issue refuse to recognize that. They refuse to admit that Johnny Depp is even capable of being the victim of domestic violence. You can be a piece of shit, and Johnny Depp certainly is, and still be a victim of domestic violence. You can be a bad person and still be a victim of domestic violence. You can be a violent person yourself even, okay? You can fuck up cabinets when you get mad. You can be emotionally toxic. You can even in certain instances be physical yourself and then still undergo domestic violence. Why are you saying another day, another mass shooting? Like, that's not what I'm talking about right now. We already covered that. You were in here when we were covering that. And now that I've moved on from that for a second, you're literally highlighting another mass shooting, another mass shooting, another mass shooting. Shut the fuck up. Calm down. Okay, calm down. We live in America, okay? There's a mass shooting like every second, dog. What do you mean? I would literally have to stop covering all other news and exclusively become the mass shooting streamer if I were to cover every mass shooting that happens, okay? You understand that, right? Anyway. So people saying this actually destroys like women coming out. I do believe that. I'm sure it does, because a lot of fucking people in the right are using this as an opportunity to shit on Me Too, using this as an opportunity to further shit on women. It's a super toxic fucking space regardless. There's a lot of people with like toxic attitudes regardless, right? But the problem, it's a setback for anyone who comes forward with domestic abuse allegations, considering she didn't even name him in the op-ed, and she was still found guilty of defamation. And regardless of your opinion of who was the worst abuser, absolute freaks whose abuse is much more cut and dry, feeling empowered by the verdict. Did you see the Kyle Rittenhouse tweet? Yes, I did. And I do agree. I think that this is a setback for people, because like they look at this from the framework of like Johnny Depp was not abused at all, and that he was the abuser and was able to successfully sue his victim. And actually fucking, yeah, by the way, they didn't name him shit as bullshit for the record. And by the way, the court also thought it was bullshit for the record. So that's, I'm sorry. That's, you know, I don't agree with that sentiment. But also not only that, but like, that's like, you're trying to like, you're trying to find any out you can, which is ironic because that's precisely what the fucking Amber Heard legal team did. And then they got fucking their shit cumpstered on. Oh my God, dude. The only reason why Amber Heard lost this is because, one, she lied so much. He didn't abuse, dumbass. Dude, shut up, shut up, shut up. I have no time for you fucking simpleton incels, okay? Johnny Depp himself personally admitted that he was fucking violent with Amber Heard. Like, what are you defending? Shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter. He's still the victim of domestic abuse, okay? Shut the fuck up. It's so dumb. Like, people literally are just like, no, you think Johnny Depp has to be the perfect victim. It's like, he's not, dude. He's not a perfect person at all. He's kind of a piece of shit. He's like a super famous, super rich Hollywood actor whose brain is fucking broken from, like, you know, the narcissism-induced fucking the Hollywood career that he's had for like 70 fucking years, okay? There's no one who's like an old Hollywood guy that's normal, all right? That's not, you're a silly bitch for thinking that. To be fair, the imperfect victim logic can be applied to Amber too. She's an imperfect victim, no? Yes. I think Amber Heard is also an imperfect victim of Johnny Depp's actions, except only one party wanted to fucking get away from that relationship, and the other party maintained it through that same cycle of violence and abuse. The party that wanted to get away from the relationship was Johnny Depp. The party that wanted to maintain the relationship, according to the marriage counselor, was Amber Heard. So obviously, she's a little bit more in the fucking wrong there. That's why I always say the 30-70 thing. Also, only one party went out and was like, went out of their way to literally defend the Sun. Okay, and I don't mean the Sun up there. I mean Rupert Murdoch's right-wing dish rag, okay, in the UK that said Johnny Depp's a wife beater, and Amber Heard fucking took time out of her day, flew to the fucking UK to defend the Sun's integrity, okay? So that was wild. And then continued and wrote an article about how, like, she was a victim of domestic violence, sexual violence, and that you know, everyone attacked her. It's incredibly fucked the way the internet has treated Amber Heard. It's gone well beyond holding her accountable. Absolutely, 1,000,000% you're correct, because people are fucking psychopathic. I also think that the way that they've treated Johnny Depp is psychopathic. The way that people are treating Amber Heard is psychopathic. The way that they're treating Johnny Depp is also psychopathic. People are fucking insane on the internet, dog, okay?